Okay, good morning and welcome to Monos featuring me, Monica Mo Justice. Testing the mic. Okay. Wow, that's a long delay. Anyway, that is a long delay. Everything I'm doing this morning has a long delay with it. Okay, I ain't got much time. I gotta take my tea money to the table to I gotta take her somewhere. I gotta do something. I just can't find my receipt. I went to shop right yesterday to get a something, and one little trip to ShopRite was like $100. All right. Still looking. The lady was like, "You gonna claim your free turkey?" I said, "Free turkey? I don't even shop here that much." She's like, "I see." Yeah, everybody don't have a government assistance to eat. But Wegmans, maybe they need to give out free thing. All right. Good morning and welcome. Welcome, welcome. All right, here we are. So we are in week we like day is this day 4 of jury deliberations? We're in day 4 of jury deliberation. And that's about where we are at. Day 4 of jury deliberations. Woohoo. Um in the Rittenhouse case of Wisconsin versus the Rittenhouse. Where are we? Yesterday, I was listening to a replay of Corinza Harris video. I'm gonna have to put it in the description box. Where she was opining on one facet of the trial where there seems to be a dispute between, well, first of all, I should have named this. I really should have named this video. I should go back and rename it. I should name it Defense Beg for Mistrial. Because in both of these cases, Rittenhouse and the McMichael case in Georgia, all you hear every step of the way is, "Your Honor, we will file a motion to dismiss for a mistrial." Okay, listen, I ain't heard that language as many times. These people have used it in the past 2 weeks, more than probably people have used it in the practice of law in and of itself that I've ever heard in any cases. Directed verdict, like it's just crazy the stuff that they're just shouting out, spousing off on. But anyway, that's what they do. That's what we're here to discuss. So let's get it. So in the jurors are deliberating and they put in some questions to the judge. And one question was to provide them with, so they gave them one copy of the packet to go to the court, which is really interesting. So now they then gave them 11 copies, 11 additional copies of the juror instructions. Okay. So the first request was for pages 1 through 6. The second request was for pages 7 through 36. So that was two of the, so that's the entire thing. Then yesterday, when they was adjourning for the evening, you had one juror say, "Can I take mine home?" And the judge allowed it. And I was surprised because I was like, why did the judge allow that? This person will probably be up all night trying to read through this stuff. And more or less with somebody trying to understand I just think it opened up the door to outside. What becomes of the case this morning when they that's it. So that was one request, two requests. The third request was the videos. So apparently they got to see some videos, and that was led into Corinne's video. She was like, they were talking about the discovery and how I'm calling it discovery because this is what it is. Whenever you, as a prosecutor, have any evidence, you turn over your evidence to the defense. When you turn the evidence over to the defense, generally, when we do discovery in my day-to-day practice, we list there what we are utilizing, like to read it. What we give you all the instructions on what we're doing. If something is proprietary, we would provide the proprietary mechanism for you to use to view the document in the same format that we have. Also, we do something through FTP to send to lawyers and law firms. We don't send it via email. So this whole shenanigans conversation that they were having about sending it via some of the stuff, those problems in my personal experience, because we send things, we send documents, tons of documents to outside counsel or to opposing counsel via FTP. So it's some kind of secure site where you transfer and upload data to the receiving party. And if you receive a file and then it has a certain .docx maybe on it, or .doc, or if you sent the, depending on what the extension is, the person will ask, like, what do I use to, how do I open this? What do I use to open this with? So, one of the videos that they asked to watch as they deliberated had to do with Gross Crooks, whatever his name is. You do know that is the living survivor. So it was interesting. So he is one of the living survivors. So one of the videos that they requested was his communication with Kyle during the the little interaction he had with him before he joined in on the chase of Kyle. If you listen to Kyle tell the story, but so I guess they are having discussions based on that about self-defense in that particular situation, which is rightfully so. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to call. So they seem like they are truly deliberating. They asked to see the drone footage, which caused all of this melee conversation about mistrials and not wanting them to see it and so forth and so on. So we'll see what happens this morning. I would be hopeful for a verdict today, only because I don't think anybody wants to go into a weekend, and no one's discussed how they will deal with a weekend. So hopefully that will be dealt with. On to the other trial that I really didn't spend much time watching because I was dedicated to Mr. Rittenhouse, the McMichaels down in Georgia. So from one white supremacy case to the next white supremacy case. Wow, what does the privilege extend you? I did see his testimony in full now. And I was just a disconnect and taking somebody's life and the total disregard that these people have done something as egregious as kill someone, and how they feel so justified in doing it, and just spouse out, I was in fear for my life. It's crazy. But I think he being the son, the McMichael son, unfortunately, y'all not gonna like what I'm about to say. The cleanup that they've done right now to make it to give the perception that he was in fear for his life immediately after Ahmaud turned the scene on him and went to approach him, and blaming it on the damn videographer because of him ramming his truck into him and doing the chase and trying to chase him down when he joined in on the melee was shocking to me. And it just goes to tell you about these co-defendant situation. And because wouldn't it be a hoot if the McMichaels, father and son, were found not guilty, but the videographer was found guilty, because had it not been for his dumb actions of trying to get a video recording of all of this and jumping in on something that nobody invited him to, that he made a decision to join in on his own, and he turns out to be the only one because people cannot stand his attorney and all the racial garbage gook that came out of his mouth. That would be an unfortunate chain of events here, but it's looking more and more so. So the case today will be arguing, or will be presenting the charges, and we will see if the prosecutor has met their burden, and what will be put before the jurors and what language will be put before the jurors. So that's where we are at today, and that is my updates on these two cases. Now, because I gotta shake, rattle, and roll, I don't really got no time for no extra stuff. When the topic is straightforward here, I only want to talk about that. You can look at any other videos and gather any information that you need to gather about my setup. It's somewhere in the videos to be seen. Anyway, this is Mo, and I've got to go.